Yellowstone supervolcano can possibly conceal the U.S. in an atomic winter which would leave 90,000 individuals dead in a split second the minute it ejects. The monster well of lava has been torpid for more than 70,000 years, and researchers say there is a probability that it could emit one day. DailyMail.co.uk reports. It is one of the biggest dynamic mainland silicic volcanic fields on the planet. Silicic is utilized to depict magma or molten shake rich in silica. Specialists say there is a 1 of every 700,000 yearly shot of a volcanic ejection at the site. An inside and out report by How Stuff Works has uncovered the procedure that would occur if the fountain of liquid magma were to blow. It says that a blend of magma, rocks, vapor, carbon dioxide and different gases would inevitably push out starting from the earliest stage, a vault shape with splits. The broke-down gases would then detonate, discharging the magma across the recreation center. The ejection, they say, could murder upwards of 90,000 individuals immediately and discharge a 10 feet, 3-meter, layer of liquid fiery remains 1,000 miles, 1,609 kilometers, from the recreation center. The cinder would close off all purposes of passage starting from the earliest stage. The spread of fiery debris and gases into the climate would stop most air travel, similarly as it did when a significantly littler spring of gushing lava ejected in Iceland in 2010, the magazine composes. Sulfuric gases discharged from the fountain of liquid magma would spring into the climate and blend with the planet's water vapor. The cloudiness of gas that could wrap the nation wouldn't simply diminish the daylight, it additionally would cool temperatures. It includes that falling temperatures would harm our nourishment supply, obliterating products and causing an overall sustenance deficiency. However, only 1 out of every odd trusts a Yellowstone emission would be as disastrous as this. A year ago, an examination by the United States Geological Survey, USGS, inferred that a volcanic emission at Yellowstone would cover urban communities the nation over with fiery remains and close down air travel and interchanges. Be that as it may, it included that it would not proclaim the finish of the United States as we probably am aware it, as the most recent report has asserted. The researchers utilized the program called ASH-3D to show the impacts of a Yellowstone superejection and found that urban communities up to 300 miles from the recreation center would be concealed by 2–3 feet of cinder. Urban communities remote away from home in the Midwest would be secured by a couple of inches and beachfront urban communities, for example, New York and California would get just a small amount of an inch. An ejection at Yellowstone would make an umbrella cloud of fiery remains which would grow equally every which way determined by the constraint of the seismic occasion. Basically, the emission makes its own winds that can defeat the overall westerlies, which regularly command climate designs in the U.S., said Larry Maston, the lead creator of the new paper. Indeed, even these littler levels of fiery remains would be a fiasco for the U.S. The USGS bonder says that electronic correspondence and ergo all through the nation would be closed around an ejection. A colossal billow of fiery debris a great many miles crosswise over would likewise likely reason a year-long winter, say the examination creators. The 1815 ejection of Mount Tambora in the Pacific delivered a slag cloud several miles crosswise over caused a year without a late spring over the globe with snowfall in the northeastern United States in June. Regions shrouded in feet of slag would see structures in danger of fall and sewer and water lines blocked, and winds would shape vast hills of fiery remains that would cover streets and structures. Cultivating in the Midwest would be crushed by the billow of slag, and expressways the nation over would wind up plainly slippy and tricky. The Yellowstone well of lava has had 3 super emissions, which create more than 240 cubic miles of fiery debris previously. One was 2.1 million years back, another 1.3 million years prior and a third 640,000 years prior. Fiery debris from these ejections has been found over the U.S. on the east and west drifts. The last volcanic action at Yellowstone was 70,000 years back, which created a magma stream in the south of the recreation center. In April, Researchers at the University of Utah found a gigantic optional chamber further underneath Yellowstone National Park that is so extensive it is somewhat liquid shake could fill the Grand Canyon 11 times over.